Podcast. Hello, good sir. What's happening?
Oh, we're on.
We are definitely on.
Well, once again, I'm unprepared.
Are you? I mean, it's a short show tonight. I don't think we're going to be covering too much. I don't think we have a ton to report. I mean, it was a very busy weekend for the both of us, but
not as busy as it could have been.
Not as busy as it could have been. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, really. And damn, man, Let's Wrestle show was off the hook on Friday night. That was super fun. We'll talk a little bit about that. The Wrestlers Lab show, we didn't make it out to Jersey, but we, or at least I watched it on the live stream, on the Facebook live stream. That was also off the hook. Very cool. Very cool.
How did I miss that?
I don't know. Did you miss it? I thought it was cool. It was good. I like that they did the Facebook live stream. That's a great idea.
I think they said they were going to have a live stream, but I didn't know where. I didn't realize it was on Facebook.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really, really cool. I love that they did that. I did
see a few clips. I mean, apparently there's a duck mama.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
MSP and her do not get along.
No, not at all. And then let's see, to follow it up, I took the Quinster, took my son to see his first WWE show in Augusta, and it was very cool. So
nice.
We'll chat a little bit about that.
Heard he's got a new girlfriend.
He does have a new girlfriend. Yeah, him and Becky Lynch really hit it off. It was very cool. Let's see. Before we dive into that, let's give some quick plugs before we really get rolling. Social media, you guys can check us out there: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're at Main Event Pod. We're on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and TuneIn Radio. And we have a hotline. That number is 929-260-3099. And we have a Teespring store. Man, t-shirts and tanks, everything's selling pretty well. So be part of the trend.
I ordered a tank today for Dalton for thank you for making this awesome new design.
Yes, Dalton Hemingway also went with us to see Let's Wrestle. It was very good.
I ordered me a t-shirt. Apparently it's a different material than the last time we used, because I was able to get it in a tall.
Ooh, a tall. Yeah. Ooh, a tall. Yeah. Nice.
And I ordered the big old beach towel.
There you go. No, but I've been hearing, good things. People are, sales are good on it. People are saying, hey, I got to get one of those t-shirts, and people are following through, man. So if you guys want to be part of the,
Teespring is offering a lot nowadays, by the way.
They really are. Yeah, it's cool, man.
By the way, we need, any girls out there want some, Main Event Pod leggings? I mean, apparently we can make them.
Apparently.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah, man. Ladies, get into those leggings.
Of our faces, we'll put them on leggings.
I don't think anybody wants that.
Come on. How about our cartoon faces? We'll put our cartoon faces on leggings.
That'll work. Work.
On each hip, each butt cheek.
I don't think my wife would enjoy that very much.
Come on. Where's your sense of adventure?
Right, I know. Hey, man, why don't you just put your big furry face on there?
Face on some butts.
There you go. I like that. Put your cartoon face on some butts.
Put my beard on some butts.
Put that beard on some butts. Look at that marketing.
We probably ought to order a Fandango a new one, while he's healing up.
I know, right? Dango. Gotta get his Main Event Pod merch. Yeah, let's do that. Let's hit him up. He bought one last time, so let's do that.
Buy is a strong word.
Buy. I use that word buy. Yeah, pretty freely there. What else is going on? StrongStyleBrand.com. You guys want some other cool stuff for the summer? StrongStyleBrand.com/Main Event Pod. Go there. Put the code Main Event Pod when you check out. Put that in there. It's going to get you 10% off. They're great over there. When I went to the WWE show, I saw a dude with a Strong Style Brand hat, and I said, "Hey, man, nice hat."
I saw some pictures of some people with some Strong Style gear getting their pictures taken with Sasha Banks.
Yes.
Before Raw.
Yeah. I slipped this guy a little business card. I said, "Hey, check out the podcast. This will save you 10% off your next Strong Style brand purchase." And he was like, "Whoa, man, that's so cool." That was a really bad
I've handed out
impression.
the cards at some what shows.
There you go.
You don't have any hats today? I'm like, no, but if you take this card and go on and use that code, it'll give you 10% off the hat.
There you go. I know, man. You got to sling that merch. Sling that Strong Style merch. Let's see what else we got. Vacation Land Cup's coming up. We got to give that a quick plug. Friday, July 27th at the Westbrook Armory. Holy shit! What an event this is going to be. I mean,
yeah, it's almost like two different events are going on. It's almost like a normal Limitless show where you've got great matches and an awesome main event, but then you've also got this tournament going on at the same time that could be its own thing, and it kind of almost is, but it's all incorporated into one super show. So you've got a tournament, you've got Chris Dickinson and PCO, and you've got AG and Ace in a steel cage.
Oh yeah,
a ton of other matches.
So many. I mean, the scramble looks electric. You got Austin Theory, Kevin Blackwood, Jay Freddy, Harlow O'Hara, Nico Silva, Eli Everfly. I mean, that's going to be out of this world.
Yeah.
You got Whiskey Dick versus Free to Think. Like, what a tag team match that's going to be. That's going to be cool. And just the whole cup looks awesome. The whole bracket looks cool.
I don't know who to root for in Whiskey Dick. I mean, I love Dick Justice, and I love me some top shelf Troy Nelson, but I mean, Cannonball hates you. I mean, that's kind of endearing to me.
I was gonna say, where are you going with this, man? Yeah. Well, I definitely I'm definitely in favor of the Whiskey Dick over Free to Think because of that bathroom incident between myself and Free to Think a while back. Cannonball yelling at me, so I got to root for my boys, a Whiskey Dick, in that one. But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a night. It's going to be really cool. Again, it's Friday, July 27th. Harmon and I will both be there. So let's get some people there. I mean, tickets sold super fast. There's still some available. Get them at limitlesswrestling.com.
Go get your main event podcast merch and wear it to the show.
Yeah, wear it to the show. Come on, guys. Represent your favorite podcast, which should be us.
I ordered stuff like 2 weeks ago, and I got my shirt in like a week. It was awesome.
Yeah. The shipping's pretty quick. So yeah, sport it out and about. Let's see. That's about it for plugs, at least that I have. Anything on your end, buddy? Anybody you want to give shout outs to before we get rolling? No.
Yeah. Shout out to Glacier and his Power Factory. They're now one of 4 dojos that are going to be training ROH wrestlers.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Very cool.
They've also got their like tournament or whatever show they got coming up where the winner gets the Dusty Rhodes Scholarship.
Yes,
right up too.
Yeah, we kind of we touched on that when we had Glacier on. A while ago. But yeah, that's coming up pretty soon, and that's gonna be really cool.
Speaking of Cody Rhodes,
yes,
I just like to bring up the fact of, I mentioned it earlier this week on Twitter, how good Being the Elite is and how it works. Like, even without seeing the wrestling, the show is fantastic. And now with the thing where, months and months of Flip Gordon not being able to get into All In, and now
isn't that crazy?
He has an opportunity against Nick Aldis for the NWA World Championship. And if he wins that, he's facing Cody Rhodes at All In the main event. So
isn't that crazy?
To go from you're not coming on the show, no, there's no spot for you, to possibly, winning your way into the main event, is a pretty big deal.
Absolutely. It's so cool. And like Flip is pretty deserving. I mean, holy moly, man. The only thing I really dislike about Flip Gordon is his flat earth stuff.
I thought it was going to be $5 stickers because come on, man.
Come on, man. I
mean, I bought one, but I didn't know I was paying $5 for the thing.
Damn, man. That's an expensive sticker. I want to give I guess a couple more shout outs too. I guess the first one, so I want to ask you a question, Harmon. Do you ever since you're like so into wrestling now, and we got the podcast, and are you like known at all from anybody now that like, hey, that's the guy that likes wrestling? Because I kind of am. Does that happen to you?
You mean like at work, like in regular life?
Yeah, like in regular life.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes,
happens, right? I
yeah.
feel like that happens a lot, and it definitely happens to me.
Like people send me stuff now, like clips and links, and
Yeah, right, exactly. Like that's a good example. People will be like, "Hey, check this out. You must like this," and it's like maybe a video that I've already seen like 100 times, but I just like go like, "Yeah, yeah, that's pretty crazy," like whatever. Something happened today that was kind of within this realm. So I I go back to my desk at work today, and I find a bag on my desk, and inside that bag is a WWF Slammers Bret the Hitman Hart action figure still in the case.
were Slammers the ones that were like spring loaded?
Yes. Yeah, he does the Doomsday drop in this apparently. So I mean like the cover's kind of beat up a little bit, but it's unopened. And I was like, what the hell is this? Who put this on my desk? And like nobody would fess up to it. And I was like, what the hell? And I was like, I had some inclination of like, oh, maybe this person did it. Cause around the store, I'm kind of like, oh, John's a wrestling guy. He does a podcast and he's kind of a nerd about it. So yeah, like everybody knows about it. And then I finally found out who did it. And I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Karen at work. She found this at a yard sale. And she it obviously like reminded her of me. Hey, John would probably like this. I don't know how much she paid for this, but I didn't ask.
It was a yard sale. She probably paid 50 cents.
Yeah, right. It's still in the package, man. It's great. Bone crunching action over here. This thing's awesome. Bret the Hitman Hart. And she gives it to me and she goes, do you even know who that is? And I was like, he's only one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Yes, of course. Very cool.
The British Bulldog is.
Yeah, right. Bret the Hitman Hart, WWF Slammers. Thank you very much, Karen. That was pretty awesome. Very cool. So
guess who's getting extra hours this week?
Guess who's getting some extra PTO? I'm just kidding. I have no control over that. So anyway, that was very, very cool. And one other real quick shout out I want to give my buddy Mark Madison a shout out. He just started the Pro Wrestling Post podcast. Dude, Mark is one of the hardest working guys out there. He's a pro wrestling journalist. He writes for a number of online publications. He's a fantastic writer. So he just started up Pro Wrestling Post podcast. He's got archived like just so many recordings, and he's gonna release these as podcasts. I believe is the plan. But if you guys go to prowrestlingpost.com, that's where you'll get him, and just kind of look him up on social media. I don't have his handles here handy, but I just thought of it. And
we had him on the old show, didn't we? Once or twice?
We did not. I think we talked about it a lot. Like, hey, we got to get you on, and it just never came to fruition. But no, maybe definitely sometime in the future, it'd be great to do like a little cross with him. But no, he's a really good dude, and I know he's trying to get his foot in the door here with Limitless as well, and we'll be working on something cool. But anyway, check him out, Pro Wrestling Post podcast. Look it up. It's on every place you get your podcast from, everywhere, iTunes, all that stuff, same place as we are. So check it out. All right, Harmon, let's talk about some Let's Wrestle. How did you enjoy Let's Wrestle? How did you enjoy it from the commentary booth?
We had great seats. I liked it a lot.
We did have good seats. I mean, I'm right there with you, man. I had a lot of fun. I think our commentary is getting better. When I sent it off to them, I was like, hey, first match is a little shaky, but we get it. We hit our stride. So
yeah, we told Agro, we're like, yeah, we really sucked it up during your match.
Oh man, no, and like listening back, it wasn't as bad as I thought. But like,
if you want to play Eye of the Tiger during your match, go ahead.
Right. No, man, I had a hell of a time. I thought the card was awesome. I loved that it was like a smaller format. I mean, I love the Limitless shows, obviously. But like those are like kind of like mega shows, like these Let's Wrestle shows. Like if this is the same like
I
trend.
liked it too. 6 matches. They all got decent time, and they all, like, everybody on the show kind of had a spot where you can see them coming back to do something else. You know, it all led towards other things. They started building things already, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they're kind of off and running here, and they got another show coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they're gonna be back for volume 2. I believe it is August. August 17th, I believe. Don't quote me on that. It's another thing that we should be writing down. I think that's right, though. I think it's August 17th, and they'll be back up in Orono. Seems.
Aren't you like that's like before you go on vacation?
Yeah, it's like right before I go on vacation, so I gotta be able to squeeze that bad boy in. But yeah, like you said, man, everybody had a place. It was cool. They're building storylines already for a show. It's very, very cool. The angle between MSP and Todd Harris and Calvin Strange is really intriguing. I love everything involved in that. Calvin Strange, I've seen before. You know, I think I've seen him at maybe one of the pre-show matches at like Limitless, and then
we've seen him at Larry's shows.
Yeah, Larry's shows. Dude, that kid, I think that kid's got such a bright future. I was super, super impressed with him.
I really liked his mat-based stuff.
Yeah, his mat-based stuff is great.
Him and Danger Kid were like they were good foils for each other because, you know, Calvin Strange is more mat-based, and Danger Kid's more, you know, fighting and flying, and
he's just all over the place for sure. Yeah, the thing I love about Calvin Strange though is like is he's just so like weird, but like in a really cool way. Like his personality is different. I think his sense of humor is a little bit different. His shtick is just really, it's I don't know, it's really attractive. Like for some like lack of a better word, I think it's just like it's really marketable. Like he's definitely something different. And the fact that he can like wrestle his ass off is obviously a plus. Training under Lance Storm.
For that first match though, like Mike Montero and Aiden Agro though, it was awesome.
Oh, just like what a way to start off the night. Like those two guys just killed it. I loved that Montero. Like I'd never seen him wrestle before. But I was like,
welcome back.
Yeah, the welcome back chant was so cool because he won like the very first Limitless match ever in that building. It was just really cool. It was a nice comeback story. I hope he's coming back for volume 2 because I was really impressed with him. And obviously, like we all know, Agro, like he's just a freak of nature athletically, and those two guys just really, really brought it. And then what else do we have? And another building story. You know, Eric Johnson and Matt Mahoney. I loved that, like them teaming but not quite getting along. And then
I've never seen Matt Mahoney so broken before.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, obviously,
some pretty gregarious, and he's either talking shit or he's pretty friendly. This had him down in the dumps. I mean, he was broken. Yeah,
the teacher student angle I think is so cool. It's great. And then, you know, the cool people just brought it, man. Like, oh my God. I'd never seen them before live, and I thought that they were just phenomenal. Like, what a great tag team. Like, you can just tell, like, they're one of those tag teams that, like, they are a legit tag team. They work so well together. It was just really, really good match. And again, you mix that in with, like, just really great storytelling between Johnson and Mahoney. Just phenomenal. Like, phenomenal storytelling. Johnson,
great promo at the end. I mean,
great promo. Just like broke Mahoney down. Just shit all over him.
Yeah.
Guy's like a 17-year vet.
Way to kill him in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. What else did we have going on? You know who I'm sorry, go for it.
I think we're gonna say the same thing. Alexander Lee is a super entertaining singles wrestler.
Super entertaining. Yeah.
The guy is like somebody just tased his balls before he got in the ring. He's all over the place. He is just wound for sound, and he was a maniac.
Yeah, and I think sometimes he gets overlooked because I think MSP. I mean, besides like the original formation, which actually included Alexander Lee, but like this kind of resurgence, that's happened a couple of years, in the last couple of years with Aiden Agro and Danger Kid, like they kind of teamed together for so long and kind of exploded, and then Alexander Lee came back aboard. I think Lee kind of gets overlooked sometimes, but holy shit, you are exactly right. Like what a great singles
and I know how
competitor.
people think, like, you know, these guys are all have gimmicks, you know. No, Alexander Lee is really kind of like that in real life.
Yeah.
He's a little odd. He's a little too strung out sometimes, it seems like not strung out like he's on drugs. I mean, like strung out on life.
Yeah.
And he's ready to punch somebody in the face probably at any moment.
Yeah.
Like, any little thing it could make this man just snap.
I can't wait till he actually wrestles in his like watermelon like spandex shorts.
Oh my god,
those are great. But no, man,
but I was like, what are you wearing?
I love, you know what I love about Alexander Lee? You know what move I love that Alexander Lee does? And it's so simple, or just like his headbutts. Like
I was gonna say the same thing.
He headbutted Todd Harris in the chest so many times that I was like, oh my god, it's just brutal. And that's the thing, like he's just ruthless. I love it. I can definitely see him exploding you know, at the end of the second half of this year as a singles competitor. If MSP is like, if they're going to do tag stuff and not trio stuff, like I can definitely see Alexander Lee exploding as a singles competitor. You know who I was really impressed with, who I'd never seen before, was the masshole Mike McCarthy.
What a mouth on that guy, huh? Jeez.
what a Boston accent, what a mouth. And then again, he's another guy I had never seen before. Just by his appearance and kind of by word of mouth that I had heard from him, that he was like kind of he's just like
an asshole.
He's scrappy, and he'll like gouge and fish hook and do like kind of dirty stuff. The guy, his submission game is like super strong. I was like, holy shit, he's throwing out like legit like grappling submissions here. Like he finished Kid Bullet with a guillotine choke. And then
that was crazy.
Then he had
nowhere.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. He just like pulls guard and like goes with a guillotine choke and taps Kid Bullet out. I was super impressed with Mike McCarthy for sure.
Kid Bullet, you mean Danny Woodhead?
Yeah, Danny Woodhead lookalike. Kid Bullet, again, another guy never seen before. Super impressed with him. Last minute replacement. Filled in for, who was it? Kellen Thomas? Is that who it was? Yeah. Thomas came up with an injury. Kid Bullet dives in, takes the match in the last minute, and really impressive showing. Super quick.
Yeah, got the loss. Couldn't take off his shirt because he was sunburnt to beat hell.
Right.
But what a way to reach up and take that opportunity. The guys needed somebody to fill in. They asked for him. He showed up, and oh my god, you guys need to see this kid. He's probably 5'3" and just as fast as could be.
Yeah.
He's got like that Daniel Bryant, like plucky, just keep drop kicking you in the corner kind of guy. I mean, he was pretty impressive. Very
impressive. And you know what's funny about that too? Like you talk about like that drive, and you're just like, oh, the guy like stepped up on a big challenge. It's like Orono isn't near anything. No. You know what I mean?
3 hours from everything in Maine.
Yeah, talk about dedication. Like this isn't like, oh, hey, we need somebody to work in Providence and there's like a million people around. It's just like, oh, this is Orono, Maine. You're gonna have to take this match and drive,
5 hours.
5 hours at least, And he's like, yeah, cool, I'll do it. Like that's great. I love that. I love that passion. How about that 4-way? That 4-way was nuts.
Yeah.
Fox Vigneault, Davey N, Brett Domino, and Kennedy Copeland. I mean, holy shit.
Davey Ann looked like $1 million in this match, by the way.
She did. Yeah, she looks great right now, man. Holy cow.
Mean mugging. She looks like she's in much better shape than the last time I saw her. Her gear looked awesome. I was just very impressed with Davey Ann this time. Brett Domino, that kid has got more talent in his little finger than he knows what to do with right now. He just has to, get it all smoothed out. He's got sweet looking gear. I mean, he's young.
His antics are good too. Like it's not just his wrestling. Like his antics are awesome. Yeah,
are money.
Yeah,
he gets in like the gym and like gets like leaned out, like gets cut. He's gonna be
superstar.
He's amazing. Fox Vigneault, probably one of the more unique individuals you're ever gonna see.
What a weird dude, but awesome. Like in the same the same breath.
He's like so cool. Nice backstage. He's like popping jokes and stuff. He probably hates when people say that, but he is, and
he's a good dude.
good dude. And then he's just so original, really. You know, his hair, his makeup, his outfit, the way he wrestles. He's a strong guy too, and he's fun to watch. And then Kennedy Copeland,
the winner of this match, Kennedy Copeland.
She's plucky. She's got amazing like jujitsu skills.
So good. Yeah.
And she didn't get drowned out by everybody else. You know, everybody else was much bigger personality wise, you know, and she didn't get drowned out because of her abilities, really.
Yeah, well, dude, I think she's awesome. Like, not only did she hang in there, she shined. I mean, like you said, like her jiu-jitsu is really cool that she like incorporates into her matches. Her kicks are great. And she just has like that personality where like
says your kicks are great. They're probably pretty good because he's a wicked fucking stickler for kicks.
I am a wicked stickler for kicks. Yeah.
I still think CM Punk has horrible kicks.
Because he does have horrible kicks. CM Punk's kicks are terrible.
How about The Miz? Does The Miz have good kicks?
I met The Miz this weekend, and I did not tell him that his kicks
what a pussy.
Were bad. Yeah, I definitely pussed out on that. I could tap out The Miz. Fuck The Miz. I just wanted his autograph.
The Miz is like 230 pounds. He'd kill you.
No, I stood right next to him. I met him. He wouldn't kill me. I'd wreck The Miz. Come on, cut it out.
Oh God, I want to see this so bad now.
I'd destroy The Miz. I hope he listens to this. That would be amazing. And I get called out like on the internet.
Main Event podcast host challenges The Miz.
Yeah, like you see those like MMA guys, like those keyboard warriors like challenge MMA guys, and like the guy shows up at the guy's place. I don't want that to happen, but anyway. Moving on.
I hear him right now, you know, like, hey, Kucher, get out here right now.
Yeah. Oh goodness.
First of all, there's no way he ever finds your house, okay? You're safe.
He doesn't have time for me. He's got
live on a mountain.
Yeah, he's traveling. He's got a baby. He doesn't have time for a little old fashioned. He's fine.
He's an A-lister.
What else? And what else was going on in Let's Wrestle? Was that it? We covered all the matches. That was it, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Did I miss any?
No, I think we're good. There was six of them. That was it. It was great night of wrestling. Very cool. We saw our good buddy Dave Dyer up there. That was awesome. Jess went with us. She's always fun. She was taking pictures for the event. Rumor has it she grabbed some snaps and pics of us. That'd be
Haven't
cool.
Haven't seen him yet.
Come on, Jess. Dave took us to Dysarts after.
Yes.
Never.
I loved it. It was nice.
I'd never been, never heard of it. But that was
the
cool,
waitress
I guess.
hated it, Dave.
Jeez. The waitress hated Dave, hated him. Yeah, so weird. She was
like,
a bad
like
waitress.
The more charming Dave tried to be, the more she hated him. It was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, screw that girl, man. She sucked. She's a bad waitress.
I loved her.
The pie was really good. My breakfast wasn't very good though. Like my food wasn't very good. Like I'll say, like I mean,
pretty good.
Yours was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like unedible. I was just kind of like, whatever. Like there's nothing to write home about this. The pie was pretty good. Wasn't the best pie I've ever had, but it's pretty good. Like I'll give them props on the pie.
Jess, I've never seen anybody order so much food and not eat any of it.
I know, what the hell? Jess got like these. Well, first of all, that was a huge order of.
Yeah, I've never seen an appetizer of fried mushrooms come out and be like an entire salad bowl full of mushrooms.
Yeah, that was a lot of mushrooms, and those were pretty good. I'll admit, those were good. I snagged a couple.
That plate of poutine too. That was huge.
That was gigantic. Yeah, nobody like really finished their meal. I don't think. So,
I did.
Yeah, I didn't finish it, but not because I wasn't hungry. I was just like, Like the corned beef hash was so fucking salty. Like it was so like over the top. But whatever. Anyway, great night though. Really great night. A lot of driving. I don't know.
I slept most of the way.
You bastard. I know you slept, man. You slept on the ride home. That's like the biggest faux pas. Like, in friggin'
I only been up since 3:34 a.m. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
I got home at 3 a.m.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And then what else? We didn't make the Wrestlers Lab show, but whatever. It wasn't. It was a little out of our control. We won't go into details. It's not no crazy story or anything. It's just, it just didn't work out. Sometimes things just don't work out, and we kind of opted to kind of not make the trek out there. In hindsight, I mean, I would have loved to seen the show live. I mean, I watched it on Facebook, but it was just like, that would have been a really far drive. I mean, I think the Orono trip took a ton out of me. The next day, actually, after Orono, I had to drive to Waterboro to pick up Quinn. So it was like, that was more driving. Man, I think making a trek out to Jersey would have just done me in. So I'm glad that didn't work out in some weird way.
Yeah, I saw a video of like Alexander Lee driving back, and like it was morning time, and he was starting to lose his mind.
Yeah. Those guys were having fun. Like Aiden Agro was like, this is we're at the place where I have to go to work in like 2 hours or whatever it was. He's like, we're 5 hours away from home, but I got to come back here and go to work in 2 hours or whatever it was. It was something crazy. And then, like I said, on Monday, I took Quinn to see his first WWE show, and it was really fucking awesome, man. It's just so good. We got there a couple hours ahead of time. We were trying to like see some wrestlers come in and maybe.
Were you worried about getting there too early and having a toddler, stand around that long?
I was, to be honest with you, I definitely was, because I didn't want him to be like bored and be like, Dad, come on, what are we doing? And just be bored, because like nothing really happens. Like every once in a while, a wrestler will come up and be like, who is it? It's Kofi. Oh my God, but we saw so many people drive in. We saw Kofi, we saw Rusev, Shinsuke, which Quinn's whole thing. First of all, can I tell you this? I was so nervous that day because there had been rumors that Shinsuke wasn't going to be there. And the whole point of this was because Quinn loves Shinsuke. It's basically the reason why we went. Like, he absolutely loves Shinsuke. He brought his Shinsuke action figure with him to hold up when Shinsuke came out. He doesn't really believe that he's a bad guy. Like, I'm like, oh, Shinsuke's kind of a dick right now, man. He's kind of a bad guy. And Quinn just refuses to believe it. He's all about the Shinsuke. We saw him drive in, and he didn't get out and like sign for us or anything like that. But so that was a little disappointing. But
his hand is probably screwed up from that dog bite.
True, yeah. So we went down to like right by the door where, like, I guess earlier they told people to like leave, but a bunch of people like congregated there after. So I was like, okay, well, let's just go down. And the Miz came in. He came down, and he initially didn't sign for anybody. He kind of just walked by, asked us how we were doing, and then went inside. And then Becky Lynch pulls up, and she came down, and she signed for everybody, man. She was so nice. She signed for everybody, took pictures with everybody. I mean, she was one of the last people to show up, and she was out there for probably a half an hour, like signing. I mean, she was so nice. And Quinn got a picture with her. I got a hat signed, and she was awesome, man. Like, what a cool experience. The Miz was also signing and taking pictures. I didn't get a picture or a signature from him. He just kind of just didn't get down to us, and then he had to go in. But it was really cool. It was fun. It was fun to kind of see them in person and just kind of chat with them and stuff and get pictures and stuff. Who else did we see? Ty Dillinger. We saw him drive in. He didn't sign though. Rusev. Dude, Rusev in person is a monster. Yeah. Like, he's so big. I mean, TV does not do it justice. Like, he is huge. And you know who else is like just gigantic for like a normal human being, but like on TV he looks tiny because he's like always in the ring with monsters. But Aiden English is just like, he's just shredded. Like, if Aiden English
next to Rusev most of the time.
Yeah, but like if Aiden English showed up for like your flag football game or your like softball, like men's softball game, like you'd be like, holy fuck, this is the biggest guy I've ever seen. Like, he's so big. Like, he's just absolutely shredded. He has like no body fat. I was floored to see him in person. And I mean, we had great seats. We had like second row seats. And I was really excited, man. We had we met a lot of cool people, a lot of like other cool fans. I was like handing out cards left and right, like, hey, check out the podcast. And so we one really cool thing that happened is like people right in front of us in the front row. There was a woman sitting in front of us, and she was super nice. You know, an older lady. She was just so nice. Whenever like, you know, a good guy would like come around and like try to slap hands with the fans, she would like turn around and be like, "Oh, like, you know, did you want me to hold him over here, like to my son?" And you know, I just don't like hand my kid off to like strangers, but she seemed like a nice lady. I'm right there. She kind of took Quinn and kind of held him up, like kind of over the barricade, so Quinn could slap hands. He high-fived Big E. That was really cool. Another guy who
high five Big E.
I know I want to high five Big E too. They talk about a guy who's just huge seeing in person. He was just like the widest guy I've ever seen. Like he was just pure muscle. He was like 4 feet wide of just pure muscle. Like he was
wider than me.
He's gigantic. Yeah. But anyway, Quinn got to high five Big E, and I just thought it was really cool. Anyway, so it was like this woman in front of us. She was just like so nice. She just like kept turning around like every time, you know, saying like, "Oh, did you want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great," you know. And I kept thanking her, and I asked her name and like, you know, like, you know, what she did. I just struck up conversation. She's a teacher, and I was like, "Oh, my wife's a teacher," so it was great. There's like people all around us that were just like really nice. You know, no sleaze bags, so it was just really cool, really great. Her name was
no Harmon's in the front couple rows.
No Harmon's in the front row. No. So big shout out to Mrs. Legier. She was nice lady. I'm gonna send her a thank you card to her school for that, because it really did add to the night. Like Quinn was having such a blast. Quinn had a great night right up until the very last match, because one, it was like 10 o'clock at night, and he was very tired, because he was really excited for the show, so he didn't like nap or anything. He was like so amped for the show. He's up early for it. You know, when are we gonna go? When are we gonna go wrestling? So he was like super sleep deprived, and Shinsuke ended up losing the main event to AJ Styles, and so it just destroyed Quinn. He started crying. I was like, "Oh no!" And then like AJ came over to like the corner where we were on, and he was getting a picture with someone. He hopped the barricade actually and was getting a picture with somebody. And I was like, "Oh, do you want to slap? You know, you want to give AJ Styles a high five or too sweet?" And he was just like, "No." I was like, "Oh man,
your guns, kid."
Yeah, I was like, good, because I mean, he likes AJ, but I mean, dude, he did not like that AJ won. He really wanted Shinsuke to win, and I saw it coming from a mile away, obviously, because it was like a no DQ match for the title, and I was like, obviously, you know, titles don't change hands like this at house shows. This is gonna be bad. So I was like trying to like prevent it. Like, hey, I don't, you know, if Shinsuke loses, you can't cry, right? And he was like, "Well, I think he's gonna win." I'm like, "Oh no!" And sure enough, he lost it. I could just see like the the horror on his face, and then it just turned into hysterics. I was like, "Oh no, oh goodness!" But
I love it. I love that he got so upset.
He's so upset, so mad. Like, what a, you know, he stuck to his guy though, you know. And then like the whole it took him a long time to get over it too. Like, took him half a day. Like the next morning, he was like, "I don't like wrestling anymore." I'm like, "Okay, all right, buddy." And then like later on that afternoon, he's like playing with his action figures. So I'm like, "Hey, what about the wrestling thing?" He's like, "It's okay. Everybody wins and loses." I'm like, "There you go. You get it." So, but no, man, it was an awesome experience. I loved the venue. I haven't seen a show in the Augusta Civic Center, I think, in like 10 years. I think last time I was there was for like a big time wrestling show, which had like a Bret Hart meet and greet. But it was cool. It was a great venue. You know, smaller than the Portland Civic Center. Every seat in the house was great. It was fun, man. Really fun. I highly recommend it to anybody. Parking is like a breeze. It's just like a giant parking lot. I mean, I was in and out. I mean, one in Portland, you got to wait in traffic for like 3 hours. It's awful.
Yeah, I have to deliver parts up there sometimes. So, and that's like halfway between my work and Bangor. So
yeah. So yeah, overall, man, pretty good weekend. Can't wait to do commentary again for Let's Wrestle. Again, that's August 17th, and it's gonna be a blast, man. And shit. What else? Anything else, Harmon? That's like our weekend, man. Anything you want to chat about?
No, I had lobster over the weekend.
Oh, good for you. How many did you have? How many lobsters did you put away?
I only had 2. Good. I could have eaten of those lobsters the way they were sized. I could have eaten a dozen.
Nice.
I also had some steamers from the supermarket that you work for. They were amazing. Already cooked.
They are good. Yeah, man. You get them steamed up. Oh, they're fantastic.
With the bag, tear it open.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man.
They were good. No sandy bellies there.
No. We do a pretty good job. I don't know, man. That's about it.
That's about it.
I guess. I don't know. It's I'm still kind of catching up and just being exhausted from the weekend. Like, that's the thing. I don't think I could actually ever be like a pro wrestler and travel around, because like traveling just destroys me. Man.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is tough.
Having a small car and big legs.
That's a bad combo to have, my friend.
I mean, my car's not too bad. I mean, it's got plenty of headroom. Hip room, on the other hand, is a little tight.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, that's it. Let's get the hell out of here, I guess. Quick show. That was our weekend, and that was Let's Wrestle. And again, Vacationland Cup, 27th. Looking forward to that.
Now that's a T-shirt I want.
The Vacationland Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear that, Randall? I'm gonna need a 4X.
Come on, young Randall.
I send Randy stuff all the time, and he's just like, I think he just like laughs at it and just moves along.
Yep. I do that to you too. Oh goodness. Let's see. I'm gonna open this WWF Slammers pretty soon. I'm gonna open this bad boy up, and because I think I've got an old Owen Hart. I don't think it's this line, but I do have an old Owen Hart one, but it's not of this line. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's something. Put them in a tag team together. Or
I should take some pictures of the stuff I got here.
Yeah, I'll post. I'm gonna post this bad boy too. So
I've done like quick videos and stuff, but I could pulse them down and send them up and take a picture.
Yeah, right on. Cool. All right, Harmon, where can people, where can the fine listeners of this podcast find you if they were gonna do a web search on you?
On Twitter at Harmon316, on Instagram at Bub Harmon. Nice.
There you go.
I have Facebook too, but it's getting kind of full. I'm kind of popular.
Yeah, you're a pretty cool dude. I'm at Johnny Fashion on Twitter. You guys can check out the show on Twitter at Main Event Pod. We're also on Instagram and Facebook at Main Event Pod. And check out all that other stuff I said at the beginning of the show. Teespring, the hotline, the Podbean, the iTunes, all that jazz. Get into all of it. Whatever floats your boat. So buy t-shirts. Buy some t-shirts. They've been going so well. Be part of the the uplifting trend.
We mentioned they were $12.
$12 tees.
And tops are $15.
The most marketable man in pro wrestling, Richard Holiday, said he would wear one. So I mean, come on.
And he won his six-state scramble there too.
He did. Follow a winner. Get a t-shirt. There you go. All right, man.
You like MJF? You like Richard Holiday, but he's less of a dick.
Yeah. Hey, you like MJF? Richard Holiday's better. I love ripping on MJF about that and comparing the two. I think it's great. All right, man.
One of them went to business school. The other one just wears a scarf.
Yeah. I want you to post that so bad. Goodness gracious. Oh, hey, speaking of talented dudes who are kind of dicks, a retrosexual going to be at the Let's Wrestle show. I can't believe we didn't mention that.
I know.
Yeah, very cool.
I really can't hate AG though. He's
the man. I love AG. He's so cool. His last promo. Oh my god, he's just so gross. The triple kiss. Oh my god, the mustache just grosses me out. Oh my god, he's like, I love the caption. It was like, if you thought the last one was uncomfortable, check this one out. So gross. Oh man. All right, man. Let's get out of here. Let's call it a night.
Let's get out of here.
All right, Harmon, thanks for joining me. Listeners at home, thanks for listening. We'll catch you later.
That's Czar Randy.